President Bola Tinubu has signed into law 4 groundbreaking tax reform bills that will transform Nigeria's fiscal and revenue framework. The 4 bills, the Nigerian Tax Bill, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill, were passed by the National Assembly after extensive consultations with various stakeholders. Meanwhile, the new tax laws regime will come into full operation January 2026.
Environment. When the new tax laws become operational, they are expected to significantly transform tax administration in the country, leading to increased revenue generation, improved business environment, and a boost in domestic and foreign investments.
Nowhere in the world that tax reform will be any easy. Some tax bills that you might read in your textbooks might even sound sometimes like reading in English, in Japanese. Very difficult, twisted equations, reverse ideologies. At the end of the day, what you must land with is the hope to develop the people and show the right character.
The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, commended the unparalleled leadership and political will demonstrated by President Bola Tinubu towards ensuring the reality of these important tax laws, the journey of which started 9 months ago. Tax Bill, Ease of Doing Business, which aims to consolidate Nigeria's fragmented tax laws into a harmonized statute. The second being the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, will establish a uniform legal and operational framework for tax administration across federal, state, and local governments. The Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill repeals the current Federal Inland Revenue Service Act and creates a more autonomous and performance-driven National Revenue Agency, now christened the Nigerian Revenue Service.
These tax laws, they are now laws, are pro-poor in particular. More than 1/3 of workers in both the private and public sector will now be exempted completely from PAYE. They will not have to pay personal income tax. Small businesses, over 90% of small and micro nano businesses will no longer have to worry about paying corporate income tax or charging VAT or even deducting withholding tax or paying PAYE for their employees. What this means is that there will be more money in the hands of the ordinary Nigerian to take care of their daily needs.
Based on best practices globally, because when you have this kind of change, it takes time for all the stakeholder participants, operators, and even the regulator to change the system. So with the magnanimity of the National Assembly, Mr. President, so the effective date will be January 1st, 2026 by the special grace of Almighty God.
We brought out bills that seek the aspirations of Nigerians. And what are those aspirations, just as has been highlighted by the chairman of the Presidential Task Force? We consider the less privileged in terms of earnings and see that we don't add burdens on them. You will also recall that in this country, sometimes we have more than about 72 or 3 different kind of taxes. And all those taxes have been harmonized right from local government, state, and the national. And also, we did not just relent there. We looked at the bills as they brought them on how it will affect the oil and gas industry. We also look at how the export processing zones operate, especially where it will add comparative advantage to our local industrialists.
Meanwhile, the National Assembly has assured of continued amendments to the provisions of the new tax laws where necessary, even as Nigerians, home and in the diaspora, awaits the full implementation of the tax laws in 6 months' time. Adegboyega Arobodo, LTV News, Abuja.